Sword Coast for the Forgotten Realms. This is our campaign map so far. If you go a little further south, you'll see our trail. So the campaign started in the town of Greenest, in the midst of the green fields, where our players happened to arrive at the town just as it was being attacked by a horde of raiders with the support of a blue dragon flying overhead. And being the heroes that they were, they jumped right into the fray to help out the townsfolk, and spent the night doing various missions to help out the beleaguered citizens, and eventually survived the night. And Aram, who is taking a break from the campaign, was unfortunate enough to fight a blue half dragon in single combat and nearly died.
That was brave.
After, because they had a hostage, and if they weren't going to fight, the hostage would die. So then the next day, the mayor of the town asked the players if they could do reconnaissance for him and follow the raiders' trail and do a little scouting, which they did. They found the raiders' camp in the hollowed out plateau. Shenanigans ensued when they tried to get into the camp, and they were found out. They were captured and barely escaped with their lives. But they did find...
I lost my hammer.
He did. He lost his hammer. All right. And they also met up with a half-elf monk who was also on the trail, who was captured, and was also on the trail of the cult of the cult of the dragon, which he informed is like the people behind the raid. And as a resident of the Forgotten Realms, your character would, especially being a kobold, your character would be very familiar with the cult of the dragon. And you would also have general knowledge that the cult is more active than usual in the area, and all up and down the Sword Coast, and they've changed their MO. So their previous MO was to entice dragons to become Dracoliches, and their whole focus was on undead dragons. Suddenly, they're not doing that. They're actually supporting and working with live dragons, and they're raiding settlements of all sizes up, all along the Sword Coast, and no one knows why. So after they saved the camp, went back to the town. Their next mission was to investigate a cave that was at the back of the plateau, which upon returning, they found that the entire raider camp had disbanded in the middle of the night. Laden wagon trails, going off across the green fields, and they briefly tried to investigate the cave, which there was rumors that it housed a clutch of dragon eggs. But they were not exactly stealthy about their approach and had to retreat rather quickly. But they did manage to capture the blue half dragon and turn him over to the people of Greenest before heading. So on the map, the red line is the raiders, and the black line is the party. So the raiders, the raiders were headed off to, they suspect, along the tradeway. So they headed, on the advice of the half-elf monk, headed to the city of Elturel, where, they would meet up with him and some contacts. Found out that the half-elf was a member of the Harpers. And one of their contacts, a very jolly paladin, was a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, which was an organization of more paladins and clerics and fighters, while the Harpers are an organization of spellcasters, bards, more stealthy arcane types. And they informed the party that they were aware of the cult of the dragon's activities and were trying to organize a response between all the various settlements along the Sword Coast, but asked the party to be their scouting force, their response team, which they also agreed to, and then set off down the river Chianthor right here to the city of Baldur's Gate, where they waited for the caravan and attempt to follow it north. Hiring on, and with the same wagon train, they followed along the trade road in the same caravan until we got, and then for like 10 days, I would say. And if you're not familiar, 10 days is kind of like the version of a week. They got to the city of Daggerford, where they, while resting the caravan, they witnessed the townsfolk hang a Red Wizard of Thay, or someone who at least claimed to be a Red Wizard of Thay. And they got roped into investigating a dragon attack upon one of the local fortifications. And long story short, after being roped into that to help with investigate the dragon attack that just happened, they spent a day slogging through the Lizard Marsh, trying to find out where the dragon's lair is.
Huh.
And that's
very brave.
And that's where we are